My friend pulled my false eyelashes off at prom in front of everyone because she was jealous that my date was more attractive than hers. We were standing near the stage waiting for results when Courtney reached over and ripped both my false eyelashes off in one quick motion, taking some of my real lashes with them and leaving my eyes red and swollen. She held them up like a trophy and announced to everyone that I was wearing fake everything, just like my fake personality and fake friendship that made people think I was nice. She said at least her face was real, even if it wasn't as pretty as my artificial one that required glue and lies to look presentable. Everyone stared as my eyes started tearing from the pain, and my carefully done makeup began running down my face that had taken 4 hours to perfect at the salon. Courtney laughed and told my date Kevin that he'd been deceived by false advertising and should check what else was fake before getting too attached. She actually stuck my eyelashes on her dress like a decoration and said she'd wear them as a reminder of when she exposed me for being artificial. The DJ had stopped the music and everyone was watching as Courtney continued her speech about how I'd probably stuffed my bra and worn shapewear to trick Kevin into thinking I had a good body. She said my hair extensions were obvious and my nail were press-ons, and even my tan was sprayed on because nothing about me was authentic. Kevin stood there shocked while Courtney told him he could do better with someone genuine like her friend Brittany, who'd had a crush on him all year. When I tried to cover my face and leave, Courtney grabbed my arm and said I couldn't run away from the truth about being a fake person who needed accessories to be acceptable. She told everyone about how I'd studied YouTube tutorials for months to learn makeup because my natural face was too plain for anyone to notice. She said I'd spent $800 on my prom look because without money I was nothing special, and she was doing everyone a favor by showing them the truth. The prom coordinator tried to intervene, but Courtney said she was just being honest and real friends told each other the truth even when it hurt. But I knew things about Courtney that she'd never wanted anyone to discover, including the fact that she'd been copying my homework for 2 years and claiming my grades as proof of her intelligence. The next day, I went to our teachers with evidence of her cheating, including her copied assignments with my exact wrong answers and misspellings that proved she hadn't done any work herself. The academic review board discovered Courtney had cheated her way through high school, and her college acceptance was revoked when they were notified. Her parents were devastated to learn their smart daughter was actually a cheater who'd stolen others' work for years. But that was just the beginning because I also knew Courtney had been lying about her family's wealth and her father's job to seem more impressive than she was. Her father wasn't a surgeon like she claimed, but worked at a medical supply warehouse, and they lived in a small apartment, not the mansion she described. I made sure this information reached the country club crowd she'd been trying to impress all year, who were disgusted by her deception. Courtney had also been spreading rumors about other girls to eliminate competition for popularity, and I had receipts of her admitting to making up stories about pregnancies and eating disorders. I gave these to everyone she'd hurt, and they all turned against her for destroying their reputations with lies while pretending to be their friend. The girl she'd called pregnant confronted her in the cafeteria and dumped chocolate milk on Courtney's head. The cheerleading squad she'd tried to join rejected her for being a bully who created drama, and the yearbook committee removed her from their pages, saying they only featured authentic students, not frauds. 3 weeks later, Courtney showed up at my graduation party uninvited, walking straight up to Kevin and loudly announcing that she'd been sexting with him the entire time we'd been dating after prom, and had the screenshots to prove it. She pulled out her phone and started reading his messages about how he was only with me to make Courtney jealous, how the prom incident had been staged between them to humiliate me, and how they'd been laughing about my crying face together every night. Then she turned to me with a smile and said Kevin had told her something else about prom night.